Why many foreign buyers fail when buying property in Spain. I know people who lost €500,000 on a luxury deal up there on Costa Blanca. I also know people who bought an ideal property in a ghost town there. I know people who lost their property deposit. And yes, I know people who bought illegal properties. I work daily with international buyers who want to invest, relocate, or buy a holiday home in Spain. And I see the same mistakes happening again and again. Hi, my name is Izidor, real estate manager at Alegria. In this video, I'll give you the most important information about buying property on the Costa del Sol. Structured, practical, and easy to understand. This will help you avoid wasting your time and losing a lot of money. So make sure you watch until the end. And here are the things you will learn from this video. First, how to choose the right area on the Costa del Sol, according to your lifestyle, investment goals, and budget. How to calculate real return on investment on property for rental income and also assess the risks. Real cost of buying property in Spain. We will check taxes, fees, and hidden expenses. Why Idealista and property portals can mislead you. What are the real market prices? Why documents and cash decide who gets the best properties in Spain. Why you must hire a lawyer when buying property in Spain. How to find a reliable real estate agent in Spain. And of course, step-by-step process of buying property in Spain, from viewing to the notary. We will also check top 5 mistakes foreign buyers make in Spain real estate. And number 10, how to buy property in Spain safely and profitably. So let's start with the first section. Define the area where you want to buy. And what I mean here, make sure you want to buy on the Costa del Sol. Yes, that's right. We have 300 days of sunshine. During the summer, it might be very hot for about 2 weeks. And during the winter, it's raining. But there are also some storms and strong winds. We are on the sea. Yes, I know, it sounds obvious. But in the last few days, I met many buyers who visited thousands of apartments and then suddenly said, I decided to buy in Paris, or I want to invest in the Bahamas or Dubai. That's totally fine, but why waste your time? Choosing the right area depends on 3 key factors: your lifestyle, your goals, whether you buy for investment or for yourself, and of course, your budget. Let me give you an example. If you like lively areas, restaurants, and parties, don't complain later that it's noisy on your terrace or in your backyard. And I hear very often contradictory criteria like, I want a quiet place, but close to everything. I want sea views, but no hills. Or I want a property for investment and for myself. In many cases, these expectations are not compatible. That's why it really matters to understand your lifestyle and your real purpose. Are you buying for investment or for living? Many buyers are also surprised by the reality here. For example, they say, I want a 2-bedroom apartment in Marbella in perfect condition for €200,000. But the market simply doesn't work like that. First, do your research. Check what is actually possible within your budget, and only then define your criteria. If you are fully decided to invest in something that doesn't exist in your chosen area, it makes no sense to add more criteria on top of that, right? Number 2, estimate return on investment. First, let's be honest, return on investment estimation is not an exact science, right? We cannot predict the future, and we don't need to. It's all about probabilities. What is the chance that your property will have an occupancy rate of X%? What is the chance that your price of X euros per night will still be competitive in 10 years? To estimate return on investment, we look at recent data. We analyze Airbnb returns of similar properties, supply and demand, market speed, and long-term trends. But return on investment is not only about numbers. It also depends on political stability, climate risks, and local culture. Imagine you have an Airbnb with a 20% annual return on investment in area exposed to hurricanes and earthquakes. If every few years you need to rebuild and repair the property, the real return on investment looks very different in a period of 10 years. That's why returns should be evaluated over a long period, ideally at least 10 years. There is only one main exception, flipping. In this case, it's easier to estimate return on investment. You can see how long properties in the same price range, location, and condition stay on the market. And if you work with an experienced agent, this data is quite clear. If you don't, estimating risk becomes much more difficult. Number 3. Understand taxes, additional costs, and ongoing expenses. Many buyers dream of gyms, saunas, lush gardens, pool bars, and co-working spaces. But when they hear that the community fees are €350 per month, they are shocked. Let's be realistic. These amenities must be cleaned, maintained, and kept in perfect condition, even if you use the property only 4 weeks per year. This is the reality of premium living. Property costs vary a lot. Some villas pay around €2,000 per year in IBI, which is the property tax, while some apartments pay only 280. On top of that, there is waste collection tax and other local fees. And the costs are different when you buy a new property compared to resale. Let me explain. For a new property, you pay 10% VAT, which is called IVA here, plus 1.2% stamp duty or AJD, Actus Juridicus Documentados. For a resale property in Andalusia, you pay only 7% ITP, Impuestos Transmisiones Patrimoniales, or the property transfer tax. In addition, you should expect notary fees around €800, which is a fixed amount. If you need a mortgage, there is a property valuation which will cost you between €600 and €1,000. And of course, don't forget about the mortgage arrangement fees and insurance. So in total, additional taxes and costs can reach up to 10 to 12% of the purchase price. That is not a small amount. And don't forget the ongoing costs. Always ask about the IBI, the property tax. Ask about the community fees, the waste collection, and any outstanding debts on the property. If you don't calculate these costs in advance, your dream property can quickly become an expensive surprise. Number 4. Do not rely only on property portals. On platforms like Idealista, Fotocasa, Wallapop, and others, you will see many hook listings. What does that mean? An agency sold the property 1 year ago at that price, which is true. But they don't remove the listing because they want you to call and ask for a viewing. The price looks amazing. The conditions look perfect, right? Yes, but no. These listings are basically free advertising. Nobody is lying. But the information is just outdated. And there is a second problem. You often find the same property listed on 5 or even 10 different portals with prices that differ by 20, 30, and sometimes even 40%. So what is the real price actually? Is something wrong with the property? Why does this happen? Because the market is not strongly regulated. Everyone can sell everything. So the real challenge is not only to find the right property. The real challenge here is to find a transparent, reliable, and experienced partner. In other words, the right real estate agent. Number 5. Prepare your documents and liquidity. If you're serious about buying property, you must be ready with both paperwork and funds. Let's be honest, if you find a property at a great price, with good condition, and with 10% annual return, and you see it online, you're not the only one who noticed it. Good properties sell fast. Overpriced or bad investments stay on the market for years. Without an agent, to find such data is almost impossible. Going to view properties without a NIE number, which is basically your ID here, a bank account, and a reservation amount is like going to the supermarket 10 minutes before closing without any money. Yes, you can come back tomorrow, but in Spanish real estate bureaucracy, 1 day often feels like 1 month. So if you're serious, why not prepare in advance? Why losing time? Why losing opportunities? Number 6, one of the most important points, hire a lawyer. Don't save money on legal help. There is a clear reason why lawyers usually charge around 1% of the property price when handling a deal. This is the price you pay to reduce the risk of losing your deposit, buying illegal constructions, or discovering in the middle of the process that there is another owner who doesn't want to sell. A lawyer is there to protect your interests. They check all legal documents, verify ownership, look for debts, and analyze the property in detail before giving you the green light to sign. Can you do this yourself? Yes, you can. Nobody will stop you, just like nobody stops you from climbing Everest. But the risk is entirely yours. How do you find the right real estate agent? No, it doesn't have to be me. It can be anyone who passes a simple test. First, do quick research on the market. Look at real numbers, prices, demand, rental yields, and recent transactions. You can find such data on the portals of INE, Airbnb, and Idealista. Then, call a few agents and ask them the same questions. Compare their answers and what you found from reliable sources. Are they telling the real story, or are their numbers outdated and far from reality? If the information is wrong or vague, it usually means they lack experience or don't really know the market. Avoid them. But if an agent gives you numbers that are super close to your research, that's a good sign. It means they understand the market, close deals, advise accurately, and can give you valuable insights. Choosing the right agent is not about charisma. It's about data, experience, and honesty. And remember, the agents are not there only in counsel. They should negotiate for you, they should protect your interest, and be transparent during the entire process. But what is the buying process step by step? It's actually very simple. First, you do property viewings and select the right property. Second, you sign a reservation agreement and pay a reservation fee, usually around 1% of the property price. The property is taken off the market. If you cancel the deal, you lose this amount. If the seller cancels, they must pay double. This is a legally regulated principle in Spain. Third, the lawyer starts the legal due diligence. They check ownership, debts, licenses, urban planning status, and all legal documents of the property. Fourth, you sign the ARAS contract and pay the main deposit, usually between 10 and 30% of the purchase price. This contract legally commits both parties to complete the transaction. Fifth, completion and signing. At the notary, you pay the remaining balance, usually by bank check or bank transfer. You sign the escritura de compraventa, see the copia simple, and officially become the owner. Your lawyer ensures that property is debt-free and that all taxes and costs are correctly settled. Now let me share the most common mistakes foreign buyers make. Number 1. No clear strategy. Investment and personal use are not the same and very often not compatible. That's why define your SMART goals. Be specific, measurable, achievable, results-driven, and time-bound. Mistake number 2. Being unprepared. No NIE, no funds, no documents. Equals lost opportunities. Don't make the same mistake. Mistake number 3. Saving on legal help. Hidden debts, illegal constructions, ownership conflicts. Mistake number 4. Ignoring the location. A good property in a bad area equals a bad investment. You can check on Google Maps a lot of ghost towns up there on Costa Blanca and Murcia. Mistake number 5. Doing everything alone or with too many agencies. This leads to no structure, no transparency, no control, and no loyalty. Look, buying a property is a full-time job. Choose one, but professional partner, not 10 storytellers. If you want real opportunities, watch my video with the top 5 new build projects for investors and families. You will also see key-ready townhouses in Estepona at very attractive prices in exclusive community. I'm Izidor, and I will help you through the entire process, from strategy to signature. See you next time.